Hey y'all, my name is Cam. I've been a bit MIA recently, but I got something exciting that I'm currently working on. And by working on, I mean I haven't made edited the video yet, but it's coming. It's coming, don't worry. But today I want to talk about OCs. Again, I kind of consider it a second hobby separate from drawing at this point. Like, of course, I draw my OCs, I pay other people to draw my OCs, I make merch of them, I once in a blue moon think about what their actual lore is, natural things that you do with them. And when I really sat down to think about it recently, I've had OCs for almost a decade. I know, shaking in my bones, I'm like practically ancient. I'm only 20. And within that time period, or well, more so time frame, I actually don't really have a lot of OCs. Even like my lineup today, I would say I only have around like 18 at most that I write about, and some of them it's like I don't give them that much attention. Let's say I have favorites. I know I'm a horrible parent, but I kind of wanted to use this video as sort of a walk down memory lane and, just talk about like your old OCs, honestly, especially the ones that stuck with you as you've grown up, not only as an artist, but also as a person. I made my first original character way back when I think I was like 10 or 11 years old. And this is also around the time that I started considering like art was my hobby. Like, this is when I first got my sketchbook, all that jazz. And I made my very first set of OCs. It was 3 of them. And I've actually made a video redesigning 2 of them. However, I didn't do the third one in the video because I was extremely lazy. But there was Nabi, Emo Bo Girl, and then I don't think the other one had a name, and I feel bad, kind of. And around the time when I was making them, I was really into Miraculous Ladybug, so of course they had their like everyday outfits, and then they would like fight crime. Yes, they were dismantling the prison industrial complex. I was very woke at a young age. Okay, I'm not being serious, but like I would say this was like I was kind of experimenting with a lot of things as well. I don't know about you when you were growing up, but I feel like when you first realize that you can, I guess, sort of draw whatever you want before like comparisons and, self-doubt creep in, it's kind of a freeing experience. And I think that kind of reflects in the characters that I would make. Like, they would just kind of be whatever. I would draw whatever. I didn't really have a specific aesthetic or style at this point. I just drew whatever I thought was cute. And I don't know, it was really fun. I feel like it kind of reflects what I like. I was really into emojis at the time. I really liked butterflies. I don't know, I was very much a feminine, intertwined. I loved cute things. Like, what can I say? However, as fondly as I may look back on that era now, I must say it was pretty boring. Outside of the magical girl OCs, I really had nothing going on. And even with them, it was just concepts. Like, I liked Miraculous Ladybug. They probably did stuff that Miraculous Ladybug did. It wouldn't be until I was around like 12, 13, like once I got into My Hero Academia is when I actually started making characters. And I actually had quite a few My Hero Academia characters, though I will say only like 2.5 of them have made it today. But I really want to talk about the one who is the most fleshed out, which is my current OC, Hani, aka back in the day, you curl me. Now, for the sake of my sanity and probably for yours, I'm gonna refer to her as Hani because that's her like current name. When I first made Hani, this was around the time that self-inserts in fandom OCs were really popular before that weird hate train that people had. And I was like, okay, well, I kind of want to do it too. And so I made Hani in a Pikru. And unfortunately, I don't have the OG Pikru anymore, but I do have another Pikru I made around the same time when I was like playing around with her design. And girl, who did your hair? Like, like looking at it is so crazy. Honestly, the Pikachu version is a little, I personally would have chosen that one, but I settled on her having dual tone eyes. She had green and orange eyes, crazy start, and then she had like orange like tufts. Like, I guess they're not sideburns, but I don't know, looking at her OG design versus what she looks like now is a lot. It's definitely something. But around this time, I really started writing her as a character, and her backstory, of course, was a hot mess. Her mom died when she was young. Her dad was, I think, a Somali ambassador for Japan. I don't know. I really wanted him to have a government job for some reason. And then her brother, she had like an older brother, you know, he was super nice, and then bam, he goes missing in a pro hero accident with a villain the year before she starts UA. You know, regular schmegular things for a teenage girl. And the funniest part to me, which none of this is funny, but I find humor in it, is because her personality was like super cheerful. And please don't ask me what her quirk is. Girl, I don't know. I think I had said something like cosmic sensation. I don't know. I was really into My Little Pony at the time, but I think the best way I could explain her quirk is kind of like Rainbow Dash, like Sonic Boom or whatever. But yeah, I loved this era. Honestly, looking back at it is so fun. Probably because it was a lot more well documented. Like, I would post on the My Hero Academia Amino, which RIP Amino, I guess, as I'm recording this, I tried to get some footage of my profile from back then, but I think the servers are down, which kind of sucks because, like, girl, that's where I was storing some of the art. But you know, whatever, it's fine. Good riddance, honestly. But even as I say all of that, I really enjoyed this era of drawing. I think I loved making different characters, and as I noticed while not even realizing it at the time, is how much my art really improved. Like, I guess hopefully I put up some examples of how much I was just drawing. Like, obviously this was also around quarantine, but I was just going crazy and I was just trying new things. And I felt like, yeah, when I was younger, I would draw cute stuff or whatever I liked. Like, I was just looking up random stuff that I would find on the internet, but I feel like having an actual interest in a piece of media sort of gave me perspective on all these different things. And I think that's when I really started thinking about my characters and storytelling. And I remember I really wanted to kind of make like a comic about Hani's story, because at the time I thought it was amazing. It wasn't in the grand scheme of things. It could have been worse, but like, you know, maybe not. And I find it so funny because when I think about my OCs today, it's like there's still bits and pieces about them that I still keep. Like, obviously, 2 videos ago at this point, I made a video about my band OCs, which were based off of Bang Dream, the rhythm game. And trust me, you don't need any real context other than the fact that they were just girls in Japan that were in a band. Okay, bars. But I don't know, they kind of evolve over time. And obviously I have OCs that I've shown that I don't use anymore. It's not because their stories were bad or whatever, mainly because they didn't really have any stories. Again, I have a bad habit of doing concepts and not actually storytelling, which is fine. Honestly, I feel like, especially as young artists, is that I was just having fun with it. And coming back to making OCs, or more so revisiting them, has reminded me how fun that can be. Like, I don't know. It was a fun time. And so honestly, with this video, it was a mixture of less cringe. Like, I've looked at my old art, I've looked at my old OCs, old posts that I've made in the past, and I honestly kind of don't cringe anymore when I look at it. It's sort of like, I remember how happy I was, and I feel like that's one thing as an artist that you should just appreciate, is like, wow, like I really enjoyed that time. And so honestly, this video was kind of directionless, if I'm being honest. It was more so me just rambling about my OCs and what I used to do with them. But I hope you were able to at least get something out of it and be able to laugh with me about the silly things that I would do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, I have another video planned in the future that's coming out at some point, hopefully before the new year, and I'll see you soon. Bye.